everybody. My name's Tim Lee. I'm a director of Collaborate MK, and this is the fourth of our series of interviews with our members who have the gold membership option. So today I'm speaking with Kylie Anderson, the cash flow queen. Hi, Kylie. Great to see you.
Hi, everyone.
So where did your career begin, Kylie?
Yeah, so I come from a very corporate background. So I was in London in real estate for over 8 years, running a busy real estate office in London. And then I was headhunting in recruitment for 2 years. So that's kind of been my background. I've been in sales probably about 14 years in total. So I come from the corporate world, and then I got into doing what I do now because my boss turned up one day in the office, and I don't know about you, but I hate being in the cubicles in recruitment. It was full on sales all the time. And I'd been thinking about making a change, but wasn't quite sure. And then my boss came in one day and he was bragging about getting his retirement travel card. And I don't know about you, but that just put dread up me. And I sat there and looked at my boss and went, I don't want to be you in 10 or 15 years time. And that's what's triggered my kind of entrepreneurial journey. That's what kind of kicked it off and started it. Yeah.
Right. So as you climb that ladder, what was the biggest challenge you found from that point?
Yeah, well, I failed the first time. So I like to share that because I think some people think that when they leave work and start the entrepreneurial world, that it's always going to work out. So for me, I didn't. I failed massively when I first left. And that was because I got into Forex trading. I learned to Forex trade. I'm actually quite good at it. Yeah. But my broker went into receivership overnight and I lost all my income overnight. I was like, oh my God, now what do I do? So it was an interesting challenge, but what it did teach me. So then that's when I got back into recruitment and went back into work. But what I realized then was it had lit the fire of the entrepreneurial journey for me, because then I realized now I really want it. So then I started to put a proper plan into place and started to create the shift out of it. Whereas before I just like quit and said, I've had enough, basically. So so I think it's good to fail. I think it's really good. So some people get worried about going back to work. And I don't. If things aren't working, go and get a part-time job, go and get a job, and then build it as you grow. So never be scared to take a knockback.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
So it wasn't easy.
That is good advice, and you're right. Yeah, it's not such a bad thing to fail. You learn from it, and you move on, and just get things going again. So that's terrific. So what point then did you realise you had the desire to sort of coach business owners?
Yeah, so I got into online marketing. So I was basically selling other people's products and programs. I got into affiliate marketing. I kind of got into this internet marketing-y world, and I was like, wow, this is cool. I didn't know anything about it before. So if anyone says you have to be an expert, you don't, because obviously my corporate world, I'd never touched on it. And then I got into this world, but what I loved about it was the leverage and the power and the reach of what you could do around income. And that's when I realized, I was like, great, so how can I now take my business experience that I had before into my online world and help other people do exactly what I was doing? And that's when I realized that this small business world out there just hadn't even realized the impact of what it can do for them. Yeah.
No, and that is a very, very good point. So what sort of support do you offer a business owner?
Yeah, so my main aim is to get them to realize that they have existing knowledge and skills that they can use to either create additional income streams with their business. So whether that's an additional coaching program, whether that's an online course, or basically, and then the other thing is then using that to leverage their existing businesses. So whether that's to bring in better quality clients, grow their list, whatever it is, they can use those skill sets to actually grow their existing business as a complement to their business, rather than distract them from what they should be doing.
That's terrific. And so what's the most common issue you face when you're talking to business owners?
Yeah, I think the first thing is getting them to understand their real value, because I think we do things automatically that we think isn't valuable to someone else. So I think just realizing that you do have skills that other people need, I think is the first thing, is getting to think differently. And then I think the biggest issue I see is that they don't either have a list or a community. So having a list or a community to sell to is so important. And that's the biggest struggle I see a lot of clients have. is they just don't build up their network. They don't build up their contacts, so that when you want to offer something new or you want to do something different, you've already got a market in place. So that's the biggest issue I see.
No, definitely. Right, and so finally, so you were absolute terrific support to me last August when I launched Collaborate MK. So what 2 top tips would you give to a business owner that's launching now?
Yeah, join Collaborate MK. It's not really cheesy, but no, true. But your network is your net worth. I 100% believe that. So, you know, building the right connections, like joint venture partnerships for me has been huge in growing my business. So I don't actually joke about that lightly, but I do believe that that is one of the biggest things you can do. And then the second point is then build your list or your community. You know, so many people, when they struggled and things hit in their business, it's because they don't have any way to directly outreach to their customers or their clients. And they have no way of growing that to reach more people on a regular basis. And that for me is the most valuable thing that you can be doing on a regular basis. Yeah.
Brilliant. I would certainly second that. It makes a huge amount of difference. So
yeah, because when you want to sell something, whether it's a book or whether you want to, you know, create a new service, whether you want to create a new product, whatever it is, like, or you need extra cash flow, it's amazing how much if you send something out and a reminder to people that you're there, suddenly you can bring in extra business very, very fast. But if you're not building that list or that community, then no one gets to know you, and you have to step out from behind your computer or your office. It's like people want to know you. To build your personal brand.
Otherwise, you're pretty much invisible with a great product potentially.
Well, and you look at the big leaders, you know, look at Elon Musk, look at all those sorts of guys. They've realized the power of personal branding, and so many small business owners still don't get it. That if they build a personal brand alongside their business, they can then pivot if something happens, if they close down or something changes. You know, you can always sell and buy a business, but you can never change your personal brand. So you can always grow it. So your personal brand stays with you no matter what you're doing. And that is your most valuable asset. It really is.
Absolutely. Well, it's been terrific talking to you, Kylie. And thank you so much. And I'll see you at the next event. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Tim. Thanks so much.
Brilliant. Thanks,
Bye.
Kylie. Cheers.